welcome back to another episode of Northern Ruckus. It's TJ here with my boy.
Yeah, your boy Jimbo, man. Let's go.
Big Jimbo in the cut.
Yes, sir.
So today I got a would you rather chain rather than question.
All right.
So essentially I'm going to name a bunch of shorties, and it's which one would you rather wife, all right?
All right.
So we're going to start off
It's like a process of elimination?
Kinda. It's like a king of the hill. Who's going to come out on top?
All right.
All right, so we're going to start with Laura Harvey or Corinna Koff.
Corinna Koff.
Go faster than this. Come on.
Corinna Koff is the white girl?
Yeah.
Not because she's white, but I'll go with Corinna Koff.
All right, so Corinna Koff or Lauren London?
Lauren London.
Lauren London or SZA?
SZA.
SZA or Zendaya?
SZA.
SZA or Jessica Alba?
SZA.
SZA or Rihanna?
SZA.
Hey Rihanna. SZA or Margot Robbie?
SZA.
This guy.
SZA for sure.
Okay. So now we're going to the royal family. SZA or Kim K?
SZA.
SZA or Kylie?
SZA. You should put SZA a little later in the list. For sure, her, man.
SZA or Kendall Jenner?
SZA.
SZA or a prime Halle Berry?
Oh, come on now. That's tough. Now getting to the nitty gritty. Halle Berry for sure.
Right.
Especially because a prime Halle Berry, now we're using a time machine. So it's like, yeah, that's crazy.
This is like X-Men Storm Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Oh,
X-Men Storm. No, SZA. we gotta go farther back than that, like Flintstones.
All right,
like so Flintstones Halle Berry.
Last one. This is the final boss. SZA or Ice Spicy?
SZA. But that's a close one though. But Ice Spice is dope, but come on now. SZA's like a grown woman, like.
So I guess we know who Jimmy likes.
I mean, shout out to all those girls, man. They're all bad. They're all beautiful. But yeah, I mean, SZA, she's dope. And I like her music too.
Bro, Corinna Koff wins that shit for me easy, bro. Give me the Beckys any day.
I mean, for me, talent plays a factor into it. It's like, not that it matters to me or nothing. I don't need the money or nothing, but I like a girl that's talented and stuff. It's like, I know she's interesting. Like, I want to pick her brain more and
but
stuff.
But like, what about like the bank account of like Kylie? Like, you know,
no,
my TD bank is on what?
Like I said, that the money doesn't really matter. Like, if a girl's like talented and beautiful and all that, it's like she's mad
money
interesting.
Doesn't matter, bro. That's like winning the lottery with a baddie.
No, it's not
like would you rather have a baddie or have the baddie in the lottery?
But like, they're all pretty up. Like, they all could take care of themselves, so it's like, it's cool. Like, they all got money.
But there's levels.
Yeah, for sure. But like, me personally, I would not want to be a part of that Kardashian family. That's me personally.
You'd be on the downfall of another nigga.
Yeah, I would just stay away from all of them. That's why for those ones, I didn't even think about it. I had to think about Ice Spice. Jessica Alba too, especially because you brought out the time machine for Halle Berry.
So
the time machine for Jessica Alba would be crazy back in the day.
A prime white bitch over SZA. I rate that. I rate that.
I wouldn't.
That's fire.
No, I wouldn't. Right now, that's the thing too. Right now, SZA's in her prime. You see that picture she posted?
The booty fake?
Yeah, she looking crazy. Shout out to her surgeon, man. Did a good job. Did a good job for sure.
All right. We actually had some fan comments from last episode, mainly based off the clips that we were posting on Instagram. This guy hit me up. MG1994 on or 1995 on Instagram. He said, "If you think this kid's a menace, have you heard of Mizzy from the UK?"
Yeah, I've heard of him,
bro.
But I've only heard about him super recently. I think like last week.
He just started going viral.
But so far, all I've heard from him, I seen him on like that UK thing. It was like the wannabe that dude on the news who wants to be like
Piers Morgan.
He wants to be like Piers Morgan.
He went on Piers Morgan.
Did he go on Piers Morgan?
So
that dude that I saw grilling him wasn't Piers Morgan.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I see.
But okay.
Maybe you're talking about Piers Morgan, but I seen some other dude trying to grill him, and like it just was not hitting.
Okay, so this is like the first clip that I saw of him. So this is like the craziest shit. We're gonna play it for a second, but essentially he's walking up to a stranger and like take this in.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I've never seen none of his videos.
Yeah, I'm gonna play you 3 different ones. But we're gonna talk about each one.
This is a complete stranger.
Complete stranger. Bro, how fucked up is that? All right, so essentially, if you're just listening, this guy goes up to an old lady sitting on a bench saying, "Oh, that's a nice dog." Picks up the dog and just runs away. Bro, like even if 5 seconds later you turn around and say, "Sorry, that was just for a joke," it's like, yo, that girl is definitely like in fear for her life. Like, what the fuck's going on? Type shit. Like, that's not crazy?
Yeah, super stupid.
Bro, like, talk to me about that. Like,
It's stupid, but I'll say this: he is funny.
but that's not a prank. like being like there's a difference
I'm
between
just
like
not being biased.
Yeah.
It's stupid and immature and all that, and I don't approve of it. But the kid is funny.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
Like that's what
I don't know why. For some reason, it was funny to me. Like in a stupid way, it's like, yeah, like you said, he shouldn't do that. But something about it, he has a star quality about him.
All right, let's play this. Play this next one. So this next one, him and his boys, like there was an
Mind you, this is my first time ever seeing these videos.
I know. I never heard of this guy before. Like the comment, then I started looking him up, and these are like some of his biggest clips. I'm like, bro, we have to play it.
Play it.
So like it's like an abandoned, like not an abandoned, like a broken down train, and these guys are like literally hijacking.
Why was it broken down?
Like I don't know, like the operator just wasn't in there, and they went and just took the subway.
See, it doesn't seem broken down. It seems like they caught the operator lacking. That door should be locked at all times.
So like,
hey, buddy, when we were in high school, we used to do shit like this all the time. The train thing, I wouldn't do it, but I would for sure be the guy right there laughing in the back, like hyping my friend up to do it. 100%. I don't know. I'm just saying they're just being kids. Like,
do you think this is just being kids? All right, so this next one's gonna be. This is where he
That's
like
the kids these days. That's the kids these days.
Like he starts upping it even more because obviously when you're on the internet, like you're gonna. When you have something that goes viral, you're gonna want to do the next most viral.
It's just like we were talking about with the firework kid. It's like
so this is what so this comment was based off of the firework kid. Yeah, so play this.
Walking into random houses, let's go.
Oh yeah, this one I've seen.
You've seen it? Yeah. So he's just walking into a random.
So this was him. It's crazy because I saw this
and
I didn't see his face in it, and I just thought, oh, these guys are retarded. But it's crazy because right here, bro, he could have got stabbed up.
You could imagine
if it was me in my crib and someone came in my crib like this, I'll go grab the knife.
Yeah, so he walks into a random house. The wife's outside, and she calls her husband. Like these kids just walk into her house. The husband comes up.
Like see right here, it's crazy. He didn't punch him in the face right there.
He's just like, get out of my house.
Yeah, get the fuck
out.
out.
Instead of getting out, he just goes inside and sits on the couch. He's like, is this
mad confrontational. From there, you gotta grab the knife. And I'm just saying, for most people, this is what will happen. So he's super lucky that he chose the right house to do this.
Yeah, but it's like, yo. Like that's such a violation. Like you hear, like in the video and shit, you hear a baby crying in the background and stuff. So it's like
that when I seen it, and I knew it was super messed up.
Nah, Nishi, there's one more clip I have that you need to pull up. So this last one is like what took it too far, and then he ended up getting charged and shit for. But this one was like so fucked up. It's not even a prank.
I'll say this from now: you're not gonna be ready on my commentary on this. So you're gonna have to give me the floor for me. You're gonna have to let me land.
Go for it.
What? I'm gonna show you from over there. I like your hair still. You got some nice hair. It's nice and luscious. I'm perfectly fine. We're gonna die. Huh? Why are you just smiling at me? I asked him a question, a serious question. Do you wanna die?
No.
Why?
Because
Why?
Because.
You're gonna die. You sure?
Yeah.
I saw you from over there. You're just looking like you wanted to die.
When did we decide?
All right, pause it.
Well,
So, if you're just listening, he goes up to a random girl on the subway. They're just like waiting for the train to come, and he starts petting her hair and saying, "Do you want to die?" Over and over again. And her friends are like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Like that would be terrorizing.
Yeah, it looks scary.
It's late at night and shit too.
My take hasn't changed as I said that. Like what I'm noticing with him is just like, bro, he's super fucked, but like I said, he has a certain quality about him, and it's just like sometimes you see it where you see these kids come out of the gutter, right? And it's like, I don't know, let's say like sometimes it's like athletes, and sometimes it's rappers and stuff, and that's ways that we're used to seeing it. And but it's like someone sees like an NBA YoungBoy, you know, like before he was getting big, like he was on all these like gun charges and everything, and people are like, oh, he's just so desperate to get out of his fucked up environment, he'll do anything crazy. And it's like I kind of see resemblances of that in this kid, and not this fact that he might be from a super fucked up background or anything, but he kind of just reminds me of these kids who kind of just have nothing going on and are just from nothing. Like they don't really have much prospects and they don't really see school as an option. And it's like he just wants to be famous so bad and is willing to do anything. And to me, it seems very desperate. He's doing super desperate things where that's why it seems so scary. It's like, who the fuck would come up to me doing some weird shit like that to me? Like, you know, like it's super weird. Everything he's doing is super weird, and he wants to be famous so bad.
Yeah, well,
this new culture of clout chasing is fucked. Like it's super fucked. This is what it leads the kids to doing.
100%. I think like you're conflating two things. I feel like you're saying because he's from like again, we're just speculating because we don't know.
No,
the guy.
I just mean like a cultural thing. Like he is just one of these kids that wants to be famous.
He wants
so
to be
bad.
famous no matter what. I don't think it matters that he's
I'm
from
just
the
saying
gutter or not.
some
Like,
people do it like through rap and shit like that. Like some of the things that these young drill artists say to me, it's just completely out of pocket. It's like you're just saying that because you want so bad to be a famous rapper, and you'll do anything to do it, right? And it's just like, he just wants so bad to be a famous internet personality that he'll just do anything to do it.
No,
and
of course,
it's
but there's
fucking whack.
My thing is like I grew up on pranksters, so like I like the Nelk Boys and shit like that, where they do funny stuff, like it's creative, but it's funny, and it's not like this is more terror. Every clip that I showed was him terrorizing in a sense.
The first one he shot it out Boot Gang.
Yeah, like he always says like
It's a lot like that. It's in the same.
outside,
it's in the same. It's like Boonk and
but like but what I'm trying to say, like
guys.
that's not really pranking. Those like they're pranks because you're not living it. But if someone ever did some shit like that to you, you'd be like you would react way different than these people.
Those guys from New York just got I don't know if he got arrested for it or separately. There was the guy and he went up and try to do the prank to the guy in the airport, and he was with his girl. He was like, "Yo, chill out," and he's like, "Yo, you know who I am? I'll stab you in the face or shit."
But like, see, that's not pranking, in my opinion, at least.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think the whole culture is fucked.
So like,
this
you
is
have
the exact video I was
you have like
talking
a
about.
guy like Gideon, for example. Gideon will go to like he'll go to like a basketball tournament, dress up as an LSU like coach, and scout players and sit down and talk to their parents and shit. That's a prank because no one's
hilarious.
actually getting harmed. Like you know what I mean? It's pure comedy. And then he's like, "Does your son hit threes off the court too?" Shit like that. Like, that's funny. Like these aren't funny. These are like, yo, you're terrorizing.
No,
or like
I agree, bro. Especially the last one, it was just like, why would you do that?
Exactly.
Like,
Or like,
to me, it's almost like you're using the prank thing for in that last one specifically. It's like you're using the prank thing as a cover to do weird shit.
exactly. And or if you have like I grew up off like the Nelk Boys, putting a bunch of coke in the trunk of their car, going to the Mexican border, and then being like, "I'm sorry, I just got a bunch of coke on me." And they're like, they start bugging out, like they call over all the cops, they call over the dogs and shit. They open the trunk and they just see Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's like those are pranks. This is like,
but he more seems like it's like see with like the Boonk thing where like they're more like mentally unstable. Even to say like a Toronto person who was kind of like that, like not to speak on him too much, but like Moji, and like sometimes people would think that like Moji just like acts crazy for the internet and stuff, but it's like no, if you know this guy, he's just like a little off, like you know.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a difference between pranking and being terrorizing. Like nobody would ever like if you saw this shit in the park, if you saw a guy take an old woman's dog and run, you're gonna chase the guy down and fight him if you have.
No, I wouldn't chase him down. I would be sitting there like flabbergasted. I'd be like, because I mind my business for the most part too, fam.
But it's like a matter of it's an old woman. It's not just like a random.
I hear you. If he was running my way, I'd be like, yo, fam, what are you doing? But like if he was going the other way, like no,
like that's a societal decay. Because
what do you mean, fam? If he was all the way on the other side of the field already and going the opposite direction,
like let's say you're sitting on the bench across from the woman, you see this guy walk up and take the dog, and you're sitting down.
Yeah,
you not get up.
I would be like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
That's it.
And I would look back at her, I'd be like, yo, did he just take your dog? And then I would like walk after him, and I'd be like, yo, are you serious, fam? You're really gonna take the dog?
But
and if he really did take the dog, I'd say, yo, that's crazy. This guy, and I would tell you guys about it after.
Well, literally last week you said if you were on that bus with the kid busting the fireworks, you would get up and punch him in the face.
Yeah, because fam, a firework could hurt somebody. Like he took her dog. I don't like dogs that much. Like I don't think that she's gonna like it's not gonna harm her. He just took her dog. It's just like it's fucked up. But like, let's say if he did that to someone's kid, fam, yes, without question, I would go into superhero mode no matter how far away it was. Yes, okay, like I'm not saying I had lost my humanity in a week. I'm just saying if I seen a little old lady's dog get taken, I would definitely speak up. I would say, yo, fam, like, don't do that. But like beyond that, no.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know. I just feel like the internet nowadays, like I was saying it last week, it's like the evolution of pranks have just gone too far that they're not even pranks anymore. And it's like,
about it already. Remember?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Got punched in the face at the show the ATM one. The kid was trying to rob the guy at the ATM, and some guy came out of nowhere and broke his nose. The second one. The guy broke his fucking nose, bro. He had this huge hole in his face after. I guess he did it a few times before he got. That's the thing too. They could do it sometimes, and it's gonna be like whatever, not a big deal. But sometimes they're gonna get caught fucking lacking.
But like, look at even this video. It's like everybody else stopped it because
this is what I said. This is how things should be. See how it was.
But
three
you
grown
just said
men?
you wouldn't though.
No. I was just saying if you're able to apprehend somebody, that's the way it should be done. It shouldn't be by fucking choking a guy until he can't breathe no more. Especially when a bunch of you have him surrounded.
This guy's literally choking him right now.
That's the prankster who's choking him. The guy
is it?
Yeah. I'm just saying you shouldn't choke
that's not a
people to
prank.
death.
I don't know. I don't think that shit's funny.
It's not a hot take, TJ, to say you shouldn't choke people to death,
I
man.
think it is because choking is the safest way to put someone out. The fuck?
They just showed the way that it was safer in the first clip on this one.
They didn't do anything.
Yes, the three of them grabbed him and pinned him to the wall.
Nice. That guy's gonna still be fighting the whole time. Do you want to put him out? All right, let's get into our first story of the week. This is actually a really big story. I want to know, bro. It's like why are we talking about shit from like a month ago? It's like whatever. It's stupid, and I don't want to get into another argument about it. So about this actual last week, Apple did a release for their new what's it called? Vision Pro product. Have you seen that? So it's not a VR, it's an AR. Yeah, it's an AR, so augmented reality like helmet. Bro, this shit looks crazy.
Yeah. A lot of times with these commercials though, it's like these are just the
Mishu, I sent you the clip.
It's just
it's 2 minutes.
It's like the concept of what they want to get across with it, you know? It's not how it's gonna drop and shit.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. I'm not a fan of this, to be honest. I was watching this the presentation and everything, and it's like it seems too isolated for me. So it's like everybody has it. Like everybody who has it has to be in their own world, right? Like you're gonna have to be in your own house, so you have your own screens that you're gonna be augmenting and stuff. Like you can't really especially from this display, you can't really interact with others through this. Like maybe there'll be chat rooms or like the video calls they actually have an example of, but that's still not like immersive in a sense. You know what I mean? So like essentially it's just glasses that will put like a computer in front of everything that you see in real life. So you're still seeing through the glasses. So it's just like a shield in front of it.
I think it's genius. I don't know. That's just what I think though. Like especially because it's like a huge part about it to me that's appealing is shared experiences. Like not everyone's gonna get to climb the Himalayas and shit. But if you could put yourself in that,
no, but this isn't doing. I at least from like what I see from the presentation, it's not really doing that. It's kind of like putting your iPhone screen in front of your face instead of in your hand. And then it's like, so it's like everything, like the background is still going to be your room or wherever you are. So like you can't really disconnect, I feel like.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And it's like people are saying like, oh, this is the future. This is so sick. And I'm like, I feel like a lot of these things, like guys who play like video games and shit, don't see it as the future, but people that are less connected to technology see it and be like, oh, this is the future. But it's like they're already not really using technology. So it's like, why would they be the ones that implement this?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like they have it so like you can put a big ass, like an unlimited size TV in front of you so you can watch a movie.
For that, it's cool.
But it's like you can't like.
Let's say you went to let's say you went to the movie theaters, right? And like you still pay for the movie, right? But you're able to pull out those goggles and you put it out, and it's like now you have 360 IMAX, you know. But
then does everybody pull it out, or you're the only one seeing that?
Whoever brings their goggles with them.
So then it's like, what's the point of going to the movie theater?
Because it's just the whole atmosphere. Like going to the movies is like the whole thing, right?
Yeah, because you're around other people and shit. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's more isolated.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying that you put the glasses on, you get a different screen. Or like, let's say you go to a football game, right? Same thing. You pay for whatever ticket you can get, and you're in like the nosebleeds. But because you have that, and the stadium is interactive with it, now it looks like you have like the best seats in the house, or like even like you could see like a huge giant jumbo screen like over the field, or it could zoom you in.
Like I 100% agree with what you're saying.
There's
like
a lot that they could do with it that I think would be cool, but I see what you're saying. Where for the most part, like especially what they're pitching it for, it's like that's pretty basic. Like
no, it's like no, like, even like the big thing, the big dreams you're saying, how like you can be at a football game or at a concert or any of these things. But it's like the whole point of going to a football game or going to a concert is the environment around it. So being the social aspect, and not just the social aspect, but like being a part of the crowd.
That's
and
it's when I talk about like the inevitability about all this stuff, like bro, like already people interact with each other less, and it's only going to get more and more worse. Like these kids don't really have much social skills because we all have a phone in our hand all the time and stuff. It's always just a reach away, right? And it's like, yeah, like you're not a fan of it. I'm not even a fan of it either, but I say it all the time, like it's inevitable, you know? And that's where the older generation, they look at us already like, you guys all walk around with your heads in your phone, and it's like, we interact with each other way less than their generation, dude. Like if you go on the bus right now, most people aren't talking to each other. Back in like the 50s, when you went onto a bus, it would be like, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, and everyone would be having conversations on the bus.
Were you in the front or the back of the bus?
Wherever Rosa Parks was, I was probably right there next to her. All right.
No, I get what you're saying, but I also disagree with that whole like the general statement. I hear it all the time that kids don't know how to interact with each other, but it's like especially from what I've seen, like we see my nephews and my nieces growing up, if you put kids in rooms with other kids and just remove the technology, they will interact with each other. They will just find a game to play. They will just start roughhousing and shit.
But see, that's capitalism, and that's where it gets into the huge rabbit hole. Should we be forcing these kids in a socialist way to do the right things?
How is that forcing? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, when you give people free reign, right? They're gonna go on their phone. You're gonna give your phone to your kids. That's what's gonna happen, right? I'm saying in a lot of these communist societies already, they're like implementing screen times and stuff like that, where it's like they're getting the leg up on us because this technology shit is holding humanity back.
No,
but capitalism makes it so that they want to profit off of us, right? So it's just like that's where I'm saying, as opposed to where we're becoming more like batteries for like this whole industrial complex that we have going on over here, as opposed to over there, they're trying to make sure that they're still superhumans and still better than us and stuff. But I'm just saying we should be aware of that.
Why are you pushing that towards the government's responsibility rather than parents' responsibilities? Because it's like, I understand being a parent that if you're busy doing something, it is very easy to just give your kid the iPad and that kid will just like shut up and sit down for like 2 hours at a time. Like, you know what I mean? Not move like a robot.
Nothing's stopping parents. Some parents don't let their kids use that stuff.
Exactly. And I feel like those kids have a leg up. So like when you say like kids don't know how to socialize with other kids, it's usually because they're not around other kids. Like, for example, like when I was growing up, we grew up in church, and it's like every Saturday when we go to church, there'll be like 30, 40 kids your age that we're not necessarily in a classroom setting like school. So we get the free range to go do stupid shit. Like what I was saying, we used to make each other faint. We used to go play Red Rover.
So let me put it to you like this right now.
Like Red Ass and
Let's say
shit like
you're
that.
a parent right now and you don't want your kids on the iPads and stuff, right? And when you bring them to these same things that you used to go to as a kid, like you said, where there'd be 30, 40 kids, and now you take your kids there and there's 3 kids.
No, but even those 3, like if you're with 3 kids and then all parents take away all electricity, all electronics, and say, guys, just go have fun, like they will.
I'm just saying, do you not see what I'm saying?
No,
it's not the same. It's a pandemic right now. Like a lot of hoopers are doing it, where they're going to basketball courts and they're showing how they're all empty. It's not just the young kids. It's happening to all through pretty much everyone younger than us.
No, 100%. And I'm saying it's not necessarily a government issue. I think that's a parenting issue. I think as a whole, parents are failing. Not an individual.
But what about
like
when you're 16? Like that has nothing to do with your parents. It's about a cultural thing. That's what I'm saying.
100%
So let's say at 16 years old right now, if you decide to put down your phone and all that, and you go to the basketball court and no one's there, I'm saying, bro, it comes down to a cultural thing. Okay, you're saying it's not government's responsibility. You're saying it's the parents'. I'm saying it's no one's responsibility. I'm saying we've let our society kind of break down to a point that's not healthy for any of us. And it's not about pointing the finger and blaming who and who should do what. I'm just saying it'd be nice if you go somewhere and all 30 or 40 kids were there, like how they should be, like how you said how it used to be. We used to go to the basketball courts and it used to be lit.
Okay, I just get my disconnect where you're saying though is like, you're saying there's a problem. I agree, there's a problem. You're saying it's not necessarily the government's problem. It's like the fact that everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the reason why everybody's doing the same thing is for the same reasons. That parenting is easier when you throw technology in front of kids. Like that's just a fact. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's a fact. I think it's wrong, but it's a fact that if you put an iPad in front of a kid, it's way better than you having to pay attention to that same kid that has all the energy in the world running around.
But like when I was a kid, I wanted to go outside. My parents didn't have to tell me.
But we didn't have the option.
Like, I did. I used to have PlayStation and stuff. I used to have lots of stuff that I did.
But it wasn't the same as today.
Of course. But that's what I'm saying to you. So it's like you're saying every single parent should be forcing their kids outside and not forcing the iPad on them. But parents aren't really forcing their kids to do anything. They're kind of letting their kids do what they want to do. And a lot of these kids just want to stay inside.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Because it's not fun for them to go outside. Because like I said, when they go outside, they're the only kid outside. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you're looking at it just through this singular lens.
No, I get what you're saying. I understand that you're saying, like, if you as a parent wanted to take the responsibility, saying my kid is not allowed to have technology, your kid would. I'm saying, like, let me finish. Like that, your kid will be able to have, like, wouldn't be able to go outside and have fun because nobody else is. I understand that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the kids who are old enough to do what they want to do, they still don't want to go outside because no one else is outside. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was just saying.
No, you said that. I'm saying the parents, even when the parents want to force them.
No, I'm saying if you as a parent took the technology away from your kid and said, you're not allowed to do this anymore, go find something else to do, they wouldn't have anything else to do because everybody else is inside on their phones. But I'm saying, like, let's say hypothetically, you get like a whole school of people, so like your whole community, 300 kids, they all have like a blackout day where nobody's allowed on technology, and every parent said go outside. All kids would go outside, find their friends, and be like, "Okay, this is fun. Let's go do something." If they had to, and I know I'm saying this as a hypothetical. That's not realistic because people like I said, people are raised in a different ways,
Mm-hmm.
and especially today's age, you're raised to just be behind screens. But everyone's saying like it's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem. We all acknowledge it's a problem, and the solution is easy. But nobody wants to be the first person to take that step to that solution. Because in reality, the first person to take that step, their kid is going to be the one missing out. But then it's like once
Like
15
you said,
of those kids, 15 of those parents take that same
collectively,
step, then it's like
everyone
those
did it
15 kids will be
collectively, it would
friends.
be best. You know who's really good at implementing things collectively? The government. That's all I said to you in the first place, bro. And that's why in a lot of these communist countries is
But
that
why do you have to rely on the government for everything? Like that's so crazy. to
I'm
me.
not relying on anyone to do anything to you, brother. Me and my kids are outside all day, every day. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not saying
just
to
having a
me,
conversation with you about socially what's going on in our country. And I'm just saying a lot of countries that are socialists that make sure that socially their country is going a certain way. I'm just speaking on democracy in general. I'm just saying a lot of times when you just let corporate interests control what's going on in your country, it leads to a lot of what's going on right now.
That's what I'm trying to say. You're blaming
I'm blaming what?
Like mind my words, but I'm saying you're blaming a parent, or you're blaming the government for not having the responsibility. Like you're saying the government
I'm
is
blaming
the
our
only
society for being our society.
Yeah,
So
but
there's no unjust blame. I'm just saying our society is the way it is because our society is
But
the
then
way
if,
it
like,
is.
for example, if I take like when I went to high school, there was always these Jewish camps, summer camps that every Jew would go to from like the whole 2 months.
Every Jew,
No, like
treading into dangerous
no, I'm being
territory.
serious. I have a
All
lot
right.
of Jewish friends. All my Jewish friends would go to Jewish camp, and it's 2 months of the whole summer where they're gone. And I'm sure those camps are still going on today. And I'm sure when they go to those camps, no one's allowed to have phones because their community would say
Jewish people have a strong community.
No, I'm
Me
not
and you
even
agree
saying-
on
like,
that.
Like even rich white people, we'll send them to summer camps, and then they get removed from technology, and then those.
So only rich white people and Jewish
I'm
people
saying-
are doing
no,
it
'cause
properly?
I'm saying those people can
Since
act-
when did
Bro,
rich
so you're
white
not
people
even,
move
bro,
like
I'm
the
saying-
Jews?
What I'm saying is like you, like as a collective, you have to make an assertive movement to have a better like society for your kids. So when you're saying, "Oh, we need the government to do it," it's like, why do you need the government? Why not talk to the other
I
parents?
didn't say we need. I just said that the
You see,
government's
that's
good
the
at
only way-
that. I said that they're
not
good at that.
They're bad at that. They push you the other way. Is what I'm trying to say.
Maybe
it's like
man,
the government.
Maybe
It's like why?
I
give
agree
the
with you,
government more
bro.
responsibility?
Listen, I agree with you when you said a blackout day would be good for the kids. Remember Nickelodeon used to have a blackout hour, and it obviously was only the Nickelodeon channel, but that was still cool. And a lot of times you would see that as a kid, and you was like, "Yeah, I want to go outside and play," because that was still more
stops you,
what we
yeah.
were on. Yeah, like you
But
know.
I'm saying, like, that's
I'm
something
just saying for these kids right now, it's like, bro, you had to break them out of this habit, like, because that's what's been going on like the last for a long
very
time.
long
I've been
time,
noticing that, like, you when you drive down the street, you don't really have to watch out for kids playing basketball or ball hockey or anything like that anymore. And that used to be the norm when we were kids. That used to be the
But I'm
norm.
saying, like,
So
if,
it's something that's going on with everybody. That's all I'm saying. And there is like, bro, me and my kids, we go outside all the time. I'm just saying a lot of times when I'm taking my kids outside, it's not like how it used to be where there was 50 kids outside. Like,
No, 100%.
you know?
And I'm saying like the first parent to step up to this task will be the one that gets hurt. Their kid gets hurt the most because they have nothing to do.
To a certain extent,
But,
you don't
yo,
need other people to have fun.
With this AR shit, do you think, like you were saying before, like in movie theaters and stuff, how sick would it have been to watch the new Spider-Verse on that?
Yeah, the new Spider-Verse was amazing.
Into the Spider-Verse with the Apple AR?
That was so good. I just seen a bunch of posts on it today. Got pretty racial. We're pretty racial. I don't know if you're ready for it.
Racial with the Spider-Man movie?
I'll say this. I liked it just for the fact that, bro, there was more black characters in that movie than I've seen in any movie in a long
You're
time.
so simple-minded. It's crazy.
Nah, there was a lot of good representation in that movie.
Bro, you're not even black.
All right, whatever you say. And even I like the Indian Spider-Man. That might have been the coolest part of the whole
Because they're
movie.
more of a minority than black, right?
I mean, kind of. When it comes to representation in Hollywood movies, definitely. But I just liked the way it was done. Anyways, it was like really well done.
Yeah, so the first movie I thought was amazing, the first Into the Spider-Verse, and I was like, "There's no way this one could top it," and it was as good, if not better.
Yeah, I thought it was better. The music didn't hit the same.
Oh, the album sucks.
The album, I liked listening to it, and certain parts of the movie, it's cool as background music. But like, you got to remember, in the first movie, there was like iconic music scenes.
Hey.
Yeah, that
song is
one,
fire.
and the like, "What's Up, Danger" when he jumps off the thing. There's a few other ones too, like where it was like those are iconic scenes, like with the music is just as iconic as the movie. There was none of that in this movie.
Even the soundtrack sucked too, because like the last Spider-Verse soundtrack has so many bangers, like Sunflower.
I like the James Blake song. I kind of like the ASAP Rocky song,
but like they weren't that good. I feel like they went to like.
I'll admit I'm trying to like those songs too.
Yeah, because the movie's so good, but the movie way outplayed the fucking. Like if you're thinking about I don't want to go see the movie because the album sucked, don't do that.
No, the movie. And like I said, when I talk about the whole movie experience, so I went the the day before it came out kind of thing. You know how to do that early release. I went to that one, and
my brother went to that with my nephew too.
It was full house. People in the theaters are laughing, like all kind of like emotions at the end of the movie. Everyone was clapping because it was so good and shit like that. And it's just like, yeah, like certain times like you need to experience movies like in person type stuff. Like,
and that's what I was saying. So like the AR, imagine being removed, because I knew that like this was a good example because Spider-Man just came out, so I know if you saw it, which I knew you did, you had to have seen it in theater. I don't think this movie would be as good if you saw it outside of theaters. If I was just watching this on my computer at home, like when it like comes out online and shit, it wouldn't be as good. Even though it's cartoons, it's like it's not a matter of graphics.
But I'm saying but that's why I say like you got to look at the pros and cons, because I agree with everything you just said, right? So let's say like like drive-in theaters, right? That's super cool to me because it's even cooler than the theaters, right? So let's say now you go to a drive-in theater, and instead of it being a max capacity because of where the screen is, bro, you could do like a huge area, and if people are very far away wearing these things, you just put the screen like right in front of them.
But
I would all have it, especially.
I would say drive-ins are different because you don't get the vibe from other people. You just get the vibe of whoever's in your car, right? You would never go to a drive-in theater by yourself.
No, I mean like when you go to a drive-in, like, and you sit like right outside your car type shit. That's the coolest shit.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go by yourself. You're with like the person that you were in.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. But like you're with like 5 people maybe like by your car, and then right next to you there's like 5 people by their car, and then right next to you there's like 5 people by their car. You're not interacting with them, but bro, when you're at the movies and all this is going on, it's not that you're interacting with everybody. It's the vibe and the ambiance, and that everyone's feeling the same thing at the same time. It's like collective. Like that's something weird about being a human, bro. Like we like to experience things collectively. It makes you feel like it's more valid. That's why like when like like something's like a #1 hit, you want to listen to it too, because you want to know what's going on with everybody else. You want to be on the same page, like,
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. It's like social proof. Like you think things are better than it is because everybody else likes it. But that's kind of like...
It's validating that you have this same shared experience as everybody else. Yeah.
And I feel like I 100% agree with that. And I feel like that AR, the VR, the meta shit will all be removing that. Because it is a shared experience, but with an avatar. So like this is actually a good example, because I know you're on PlayStation.
Just for the shared experience thing, another thing that happens with like food, bro. You ever go somewhere and everyone pretends that they like the food, and you're like In-N-Out. You ever had In-N-Out burgers?
Yeah, but it's good.
It's good, but like everyone acts like it's the best burger.
I thought it was really good. It's like it's better than like a McDonald's.
Oh, way better. Way better. Obviously,
it's not better than it's a fast food Five Guys, because it's not even comparable with Five Guys.
Yeah, because
they're little like slider burgers. It's better than Burger King. Like
I like Shake Shack.
Oh, I had Shake Shack once. It was super salty. And Terrence said it was just the place that we were at. So I was like, maybe it's like I just had a bad experience. But
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Super good.
But yo, like for example, I know you always on PlayStation. So like, have you ever been in like a PlayStation party while watching like a football game with your friends? Like everybody's watching the same game.
Yeah.
That shit is not at all the same when you're all in the same house watching that same game. Like it's completely different.
You trying to say it's worse?
Yeah, I think it's way worse.
I guess, but like, I don't know. There's something that's cool about it too, where it's like my one friend's in Indiana, my other friend's in Memphis, my other friend's in Atlanta, my one friend's in LA, and we're all sitting here as if we're in the same room.
Of course.
And if that could be enhanced, I think that would be even more popular. See when you were saying us video game guys, we're so ahead of the curve, and it's like we know what that type of stuff is like. The average person still hasn't really experienced
100%. But I'm just saying it's obviously amazing. It's better than being on the phone with them, or it's better than like talking to somebody after the fact, that you get to share the experience. But it's like it's a shared experience that's separated by technology, which would be the AR, VR, meta, whatever. And I feel like you've seen it, I've seen it. It's not at all as close as being in person. Like it's still an amazing technology, but it's not comparable. So when people say like when you say like AR and VR is going to take over the world, I'm like, bro, like we see that not being the case already.
I see what you're saying.
People like people. People will always like people.
But like, bro, that's what I mean. People do like people. So it's like, okay, let's say you have like your mom, and then your mom has her cousins in her country where she's from and stuff, right? And it's like for them to all still sit down and feel like they're watching a soccer game together, something like that, whatever they're into culturally. It's like that's a shared experience that can't be had anymore. So the technology is gonna let them do something that they're not able to do without the technology. I hear what you're saying, where it can't replicate all of us being in the same room. It
But
would
I think-
never. It
but
would.
I think it would be-
I feel like they'll never be able to
I
do
feel
that.
like it'll
They'll never.
enhance those experiences. It'll enhance like FaceTime. It'll enhance party chats.
When
It'll
you're away
enhance
from
all
people.
those things, but none of it was still ever compared to the real thing. And that's my whole thing about when people saying this VR shit's taking over the world. I'm like, that's crazy.
Even with like the AI music and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll bring it up to people and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, like, but like I don't know how the AI comes up with this or that." I'm like, "You think that the AI is coming up with the lyrics?
It's predictive.
People are putting the lyrics in." And they're using that.
You're selling trade secrets right now.
I am sort of, but like I'm just saying, like for people to think that these AIs can replicate what humans do, like that's like saying like an AI could create food or something like that. It's like no, it can only do what's input into it.
Yeah,
you know, like they haven't reached that level. That will take like 100 years for AI to be so smart, where they're smarter than how people are and stuff like that. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I actually want to get to this next story. This is I actually want to hear your take on it. Nothing has been confirmed yet. It's all alleged. But you heard Jamie Foxx is allegedly paralyzed and blind from a COVID-19 shot.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Like, so essentially, like the story is 2 months ago, like everybody's known Jamie Foxx has been outed, like got removed from the movie that he was on, had to get a body double to finish it. He's like been out of the media for about like 3-4 months now. And about a month and a half ago, his sister came out and said, "Don't worry, guys, he's doing all good. He's in rehab doing pickleball and stuff." And a news article came out this week, like I think it was like Friday night. And he was like, how Jamie Foxx is a source very close to Jamie Foxx says that he's blind and paralyzed after taking a booster shot for that movie he was watching. He was filming, and then like nobody, like a lot of people are saying it's fake news, which it most likely is, or could potentially be, I should say. But I feel like if it was fake news and it's something this big that's getting out this much, the family would have came out and said this isn't true.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
I'll say this. Man, I love Jamie Foxx, and this is super, super heartbreaking, super, super sad. And that's my official, like, how I really feel about it all. But, like, just to, like, I don't know, talk about it and actually be able to give some type of commentary on it, I'll put on, like, my tinfoil hat and go into conspiracy mode quick, right? And I think, like, bro, super celebrities, this guy means a lot to Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Like, even just propaganda-wise, let's say that if he was getting fucked up from the vaccine like that and shit, I think that they would try to cover it up. Like they would like make him disappear, give him some money to disappear, the real Jamie Foxx, and they would like make a clone of him and put like the fake Jamie Foxx back out and be like, "Nah, guys, I really was just playing pickleball, and like all that was fake news, and here I am, I'm back, and the vaccine's fine. Go get it." Like, you know, and like even with Damar Hamlin, bro, I don't think that's the real Damar Hamlin. I think that they cloned him just to save face and to cover up everything that's going on with the vaccine. There's billions and trillions of dollars at stake here with this whole vaccine and everything that's going on. They're not done. It's going to keep going on in the future. And yeah, it's like clones is like a real thing. People like talk about that type of stuff all the time. And they think that like, oh, it's science fiction and all that. It's too far-fetched. And it's just like, man, that type of stuff is going to start happening behind closed doors before it starts happening in front of your eyes.
I get that argument, but then like, what would you say about like Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber and shit, who both got fucked up by the vaccine and came out with videos saying like this actually fucked me up? Like you see that video where Bieber's half his face isn't moving and shit.
Half his face not moving. Okay, Bieber's is what are they gonna do? Assassinate him?
No, but I'm saying like the same reason why you're saying like the Jamie Foxx thing. It's like it can still happen. I'm just saying it can still happen to big celebrities.
I'm just saying that right now they got to do damage control. This is more damage control, especially with the story getting out and all that.
But my thing is also I don't believe in body doubles. I understand a lot of people do.
I think. Did you see that picture of Kanye West the other day?
The Kanye one is weird, but like
that's for sure. Kanye would never pull that fit off. The Kanye I know, never. That was for sure the clone with no drip that he's been talking about. That the tall, weird clone. This is not Kanye West,
bro. He's wearing like a Speedo, like not a Speedo.
Kanye
like
would never. If you're from where I'm from and you know Kanye, he made the Yeezys for the hood, the kicks. He made him for the hood. That same guy, no, never. He would never pull that fit off. It's the clone. It's the clone. Look at, bro, why would Kanye go and get with a girl who looks just like Pete Davidson? Ask yourself that. It's obviously a clone, and he's getting shit wrong.
Bro, yeah, why would he go for Bianca when you know he's a Trump supporter and you can just go for Ivanka, you know?
Yeah, I guess that one went over my head. Oh, her name's Bianca?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he would have got with Trump's daughter, that would have been wavy, I guess. Yeah.
Bro, this guy fucked up my bar, bro.
I feel like you had that one ready to go. That was crazy.
No, but like I just feel like I understand the body double shit.
Why are you zooming in on this body fire that?
But I understand all this body double shit. But I'm just saying, like,
fire.
With Jamie Foxx, they could still potentially do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if he had a blood clot, like he can get over it. Like he's in rehab for shit, and he can come out as a clone. But I'm saying, like, the fact that he's speaking out and that the word is out that it could be from like the jab, I don't think that's implausible because the same shit happened with other celebrities like Justin Bieber, who had problems with the jab and was still able to talk about it in public. I don't think they're gonna just come shoot, especially now. But
paralyzed and blind compared to half your face sagging and Justin Bieber's
half
probably
his face was paralyzed
for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure it still is. I don't know if it's still
he'll probably be able to get that shit fixed, bro. To go blind and paralyzed and you're Jamie Foxx, that's crazy, bro. Come on now.
I think
that's just like if Damar Hamlin would have died. Like I said, I think he did die, and I think they covered that shit up.
He was like dead on the field essentially. His heart wasn't beating.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
All right. Well, like with this Kanye shit. I don't know if you saw what Kim said on the season premiere.
I hope she roasted his fit. I hope she roasted his fit.
No. She said Kanye's antics negatively affected the kids more than her sex tape did.
Yeah, I seen this. To me, that was just lame. She was like, "Oh, Kanye speaking about my sex tape is gonna damage my kids more than my sex tape." And it's just
she was talking about the Drake rumors. So Kanye saying that Drake and Kim K had an affair is what's gonna fuck up his kids more.
Bro, no. The answer is simply no.
I'm like
no.
I don't think so.
Like,
either.
bro, I never had to deal with that. Man, good luck to those kids dealing with that. That's tough.
I feel like it's gonna be
tough.
It's a new age problem though. So I guess
they're not gonna be the only kids.
Yeah. So
but she's one of the most famous women in the world.
Exactly.
So they're gonna get it real bad. Like, bro, there's for sure kids right now in school that their moms have OnlyFans. It's just not everyone in the school knows.
Exactly.
So that's fine. Who cares?
Saint is good. Like maybe not for North as much because she's a girl, but for Saint especially, it's like there's gonna be some type of bully that's gonna print out her mom sucking some dick and put it in her fucking locker. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't say for sure, but I mean.
Like, were you not in high school? Like, if you ever knew of a kid's like parent was like a porn star, would you not be doing shit like not?
No,
you,
see, he's a bully.
No,
he just outed himself.
He outed
himself.
But what the fuck? You troll everybody for anything. Like that's the whole point.
No,
of the
I wasn't really like that.
You diss people for whatever you can possibly diss them for. And like the
honestly,
fact that like
your brother knows me. Was I like that?
No.
I'm not like that, but you are clearly.
Yeah, bro. If I knew a guy, like if I had a picture of a guy in my school's mom sucking some dicks, I would definitely be printing that shit out, slapping it with some tape on the walls.
This is just like what I said earlier when the dog got snatched from the old lady. I mind my business.
No, see, that's different.
You would have got involved both ways.
That's
you would have
information.
chased the guy
public
down.
Information. No, I wouldn't have. I would have just put it all over the school.
No, I'm talking about the dog. The old lady with the dog. You would have chased the guy down, and when you found out the guy's mom was sucking dick, you would have posted it. You're just doing too much.
No, bro,
you're doing too much.
Just being like that's a prank, though. It's like it's not like.
That's a good prank, but the Mizzy stuff's crossing the line.
It's not my fault that his mom was sucking dick. Sorry. It's not like I said, excuse me, miss, you mind sucking some dick so I can take some pictures? Like, no, that never happened. Like, what the fuck?
This guy's sitting here roasting.
Blame his mom.
Why are you roasting the kids right now?
What do you mean?
You're roasting them.
But like that I'll be like, if that's my classmate, and I know that his mom was doing some horrendous shit. Like it's the same thing as like when you knew like your kid in your school had a hot mom. You'd be like, "Yo, your mom's a MILF. Like I would fuck your mom."
No, see,
you definitely did that. Everybody did that shit.
I'm different.
There's no way you didn't do that shit. If someone has a hot mom, everybody in the school knows who the hot mom is.
Yeah, I would know for sure, and I would take notes, and I would try to talk to the mom, but I wouldn't make fun of the kid.
No, you're not making fun. You're just pointing out the obvious.
No, I wouldn't say
your mom is hot or your mom is sucking dick.
I wouldn't say that to the kid, man.
You're just pointing it out.
You're mean.
It's like if someone has a hot sister, same shit.
Not really. But I can't speak on it. I never really used to make fun of people for this type of stuff. I don't know what to say, brother.
But it's not a matter of making fun. It's just pointing it out. You're just saying, hey, look. That's all you're doing.
Honestly, and the thing is with Saint and them too is that they seem to be kind of like they're gonna be wavy kids. I'd probably end up just being their friends.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, Kanye's your dad. I'd be like, before he pulled out that bullshit fit, Kanye was my guy.
What if Saint goes to school dressing like that shit with some shoulder pads?
Nah, he wouldn't. Have you seen the way they dress? They dress like just regular kids.
Yeah,
I rate it.
But it's like just funny. Like, what if he just starts like fucking with his dad heavy, and he's like, whatever my dad does.
Nah, it wouldn't happen. Especially because his dad's from Chicago. His dad's like, nah, you got to dress like how the cool kids your age dress. He's gonna be like, look at these kids from the hood. This is how they dress. You got to be more fly than them. Like look at his son right there. Go up a little bit. He's what's that? A football jersey with the fitted? Come on now. No. What are you talking? What? Right there. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
no,
lit.
like I get what you're saying, but I think Kim's out of
Kanye's
pocket.
gonna make sure. That's what I'm saying. Kanye knows what's up. He's gonna make sure that they dress nice.
No, but this is like another like baby mom problem where it's like your baby mom's is gonna do anything in her power to make herself look better than your dad, no matter what. And this is like Kim's part of that. She's gonna try to like make her look better than Kanye. For what? So when the kids grow up, they're gonna be like, I want to be like my mom.
Fam,
like
when it comes to that type of stuff, that's how women are with everything. Like, notice how women are with each other, and like, yeah, they're super petty. Like, that's just how women are with absolutely everything. To expect them to be any different with the most important thing they have in their life is insanity. So whatever. I don't even blame them sometimes. It's just in their nature.
All right.
Oh, that's a fire fit from North right there. That's a fire fit. She's showing people how to wear the Kanye boots properly. A lot of people don't know how to wear the Kanye boots. She knows how to wear them.
All right. So this we actually are gonna be adding a new segment to the show. So
shit.
It's called
This is
Am
news to
I the
me.
Asshole? It's a Reddit page.
Okay.
Where it just posts a bunch of different scenarios.
All right.
Where a guy will comment in and say, this is what happened to me. Am I the asshole for doing this or feeling this or whatever? So our producer is actually going to pull up one for us. Both of us have never seen these, so we're
All
going
right,
to react to it live.
just a note before we get into it. They say if you meet an asshole every now and then, all right, you met an asshole. If you meet an asshole every day, you might be an asshole. All right, just keep that in mind, guys.
What the fuck does that even mean?
See, he might be an asshole. He doesn't get it. All right, pull it up now. Pull it
All
up.
right, Rishi.
This one is, am I the asshole for wanting to go
Here,
to
come take a mic.
Take a mic.
No, just come sit.
Swing it around. Spin it around. There you go. Boom. All right, speak up, bro.
This is, am I the asshole for wanting to go to the funeral of a girl that I helped get addicted to drugs?
Whoa. That's heavy. I thought he was gonna. Whoa.
He
Whoa.
says, I'm 26 and clean from heroin for 3 years. I was also a piece of shit and used to deal for a while. I managed to get with a beautiful girl named Marcy when I first started getting into the thick of things. She knew who I was, but she still loved me. He says, I will regret this for the rest of my life, but I was the person who shot up Marcy for the first time. After that, there was no stopping her. She stuck around with me, probably because I was her dealer more than anything. But then I got clean and never saw her for a long time. A year ago, she reached out to me on Facebook and told me that she had been clean for a few months, and she said that she didn't hate me for what happened. She hoped I was still clean. Last week, I got a call from my sister who told me that she saw Marcy on Facebook, and apparently she had OD'd, and there was a funeral service coming up on Thursday. I immediately just burst into tears because I hope that this will never happen to me, and I feel so much guilt over it. I want to go to the funeral service for her, but I'm afraid that my presence would be unwanted. At the most, I would just slip in the back, pay my respects, and leave. Should I do this or should I not do this?
A little heavy, guys. I'm just going to say off top, let's keep it a little more light from now on. That's just really heavy. The whole mood in here changed.
Nah, bro, that shit's fucking hilarious. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, this nigga, it just got this girl addicted, got this girl serving this girl fiend, and then got the girl dead off, bro.
What part of that is funny?
The fact that he would ever go to the funeral. Are you fucking stupid?
Well,
Imagine
I mean,
you're the girl's older brother. You know who this nigga is. If you saw him at the funeral, you wouldn't beat his ass? The fuck?
At that point, brother, I don't think that's what anyone's thinking about. You
100% that's what I'm thinking of. What?
I get what you're saying and stuff. I'm just the girl lost her life, man. Sad, and you thinking that that's funny. It's not funny.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't have remorse for drug addicts dying from drugs. But I think it's like.
But you're sitting here saying that if you were her brother, you'd want to kill the guy.
Yeah, if I was related to the person.
But that would be a drug addict dying from drugs.
No, I'm saying I'm not. I don't get secondhand remorse for that shit.
Oh, but firsthand for sure.
Exactly, firsthand remorse. I definitely would.
I got you.
Fuck?
I got you.
That's not a difference.
It only matters when it affects you.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
Like for example, did you care when Juice WRLD died?
No.
Exactly, I didn't either. That's secondhand remorse.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I don't really care when most celebrities die. Because they're celebrities. And I don't know them. I'm trying to think about people who made me sad. Kobe made me sad, especially because he was with his daughter. If he wasn't with his daughter, I don't even know if I would have been sad about Kobe.
I wasn't really sad.
I was definitely sad because his daughter was with him. That was super sad. I was sad for his whole family and everything. That was really, really sad. When Nipsey died, I was just kind of sad for Lauren London. I know she's alone and stuff after that.
See, I wasn't sad.
No.
See, so you're sad for
for Lauren London.
You're sad of the situation around it, not the actual situation itself.
Yeah, and even like I said, that's a few circumstances.
I guess that's why you find this sad, because it's like he's kind of saying it.
This is sad just because we brought this up, and I thought it was going to be funny, and there's not much funny about it. That's why I'm just like,
your first reaction was to laugh when you read the headline.
When he brought it up, because I was so caught off guard. I was like, okay, wow, yeah, kind of heavy. And then when he told the story, I was like, yeah, I was looking for something funny in it the whole time. There was absolutely nothing funny about it. Yeah, I can't find the funny part. It's not even that. I just can't find the funny part to commentate on it. I don't know. It's crazy. But it's just like a lot of dudes in those situations where, like he said, she's only staying with me because I was selling her heroin. So it's like that probably made it worse because, like he said, she was super hot.
Well, I knew like all the drug dealers in high school and shit, even if it was just weed, they were getting all the bitches too. So it's like,
no, maybe at your school, man. Right? I don't know. There wasn't even a lot of fine bitches at my school, to be honest. But the ones that they weren't just talking to the drug dealers, no.
All right, well, that was the first take at Am I the Asshole? We're going to keep it going. Maybe next week we should bring something funny, not sad. So Jimmy over here, the lights get emotional. What did
you want me to say about that? Oh, is he an asshole? It was obvious he was an asshole for going to the funeral, like you said, but you just said it was hilarious if he thought he could go to the funeral.
Yeah, I think
I don't see what's hilarious about it.
Bro, there's no way that guy's leaving the funeral like in the way he came in. It's like, if anybody who knows who he is responsible to fuck the guy up.
Depending on how much people know, yeah.
This is the top comment. It says, my daughter OD'd 3 months ago, and if anyone who sold her that stuff she was doing, it would not be a good idea or a situation for him to be there.
Exactly.
Why in the hell would you want to cause them any more grief? Did the drugs really fuck up your mind that bad, or are you just naturally an asshole?
No, I agree.
So he would be the asshole to go to that funeral.
But I just don't see what's so hilarious about that.
That he thinks that it would be like you have to think about not the funeral, but if you're okay, the whole perspective of this thread is you put yourself in the perspective of the guy talking. So you're the drug dealer that fucked this girl up and she died. Mm-hmm. Would you go to the funeral?
See, but that's what made me feel so sad.
Oh,
because I put myself in his shoes.
Yo, light skins are actually like the most effeminate men of all time, bro.
What do you mean, bro? I'm just saying that's sad as fuck, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Up. Like, I see a tear coming in your eyes right now. Like, that's
I don't know what to tell you, bro. You
try laughing off the pain,
bro. You try to do the whole heartless, like, everything's funny to me.
Light, like, what's worse,
whatever,
the pain
man.
or the hangover?
All right, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's a sad situation for everyone involved.
Right, so next week we're gonna come with a funnier with Am I the Asshole for you?
Yeah.
I like the game. I like the game. It has potential. We're gonna see how it goes. You guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about it.
Yeah, I think we could do better. For the first time out, that was kind of crazy.
All right, we'll get someone to proofread it so Mishu loses all privileges. You know?
Yeah.
This guy.
Comedic touch over here. The most somber subject.
All right, so we're gonna get into some news stories now.
All right.
So Elon Musk had a fight over his free speech on his platform. Did you hear about this?
No.
So this week,
fist fight?
What?
Fist fight?
No.
Oh, okay. I would have for sure heard
a nice little power struggle. So this week, for the 1st of June, first of Pride Month, Daily Wire, which is like the conservative political group that has its own website with like Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson and all these figures. Mm-hmm. They have a documentary called What is a Woman, I told you about, that's at his 1-year anniversary. And Elon Musk said he's going to remove it from the paywall and put it on Twitter for free for 24 hours, essentially. So when he said that, right now he's in China doing business deals and shit. The head of public safety of Twitter said we're not going to let this on Twitter and restricted the post. So Daily Wire posted it. They put a restriction on it so it can't be shared. It can't be commented on. You can't like it. No one can see it other than the people who follow Daily Wire.
Why?
Because she was saying it's violence. Like, words are violence. So Elon Musk found out about it. Like, everybody was complaining about it, tweeting at Elon and shit. And they were like, Elon was in the room when we made the decision, which he wasn't because he was in China. People, like, all the sleuths came out and said, like, that's not true.
So his employees are turning on him?
So his employees pretty much tried to take control of the company again. The same reason why he bought the company. So he came in and fired that girl instantly. Well, she resigned, but I'm pretty sure it was an ultimatum type, like, where it's like, if you don't do what I say, you're going to be fired. And then she's like, whatever, I'll quit. So she quits. He comes back. talks about this is the weird part. I want to know what you think about this. So he comes back and he talks about the post. He said he's going to be removing all restrictions from it. Everyone's going to be able to like and comment and share it. Everyone's going to be able to see it, but not everybody's going to be able to see it. It's going to be restricted to the viewers of the people who are sharing the post. So like Daily Wire can share it.
I can share it.
You can share it. Ben Shapiro can share it,
Yeah.
and your followers will see it, but will never just catch an algorithm where it gets to strangers. And people are like, well, that's not free speech. Why is he doing this? He's not saying why or whatever. But then, like 5 hours later, he posted on his page. So on Elon Musk's Twitter, which has like 111 million people, he posted, and over that 24 hours, the post from all people who posted it together put up 150 million views in 24 hours. So like it was the whole movie. It was a 2-hour movie that people were sitting there and watching. I think it was like 170 million by the end of it. So it's like they pretty much got into like a big argument about censorship, and censorship lost again. But Elon Musk was losing control of his company yet again.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of ops in there just trying to come for him and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. To me, I don't know. The craziest thing is that he's trying to run his company, and people are in it just
trying to sabotage.
Yeah,
it's like he has one vision. It's like everybody knows his one vision. His one vision is free speech, and there's still people trying to censor speech.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I don't actually have anything against him at all or anything. I just think that I agree that the employee should have got fired just off the fact that it's his company and she's not doing what he told her to.
And like I don't know, it's like Elon Musk is doing so much good. He's running so many different companies, and it's like obviously he can't have his hand in everything. But the fact that he even came out and said this still can't be an algorithm thing where you can't just catch strangers. I wonder what is stopping that. Like if the algorithm is just a click of the button, there's a way to restrict it. And it's like if he's saying he's not going to unrestrict it, that means there's somebody behind the scenes saying like you're not allowed.
Yeah, it could be like a government official or something.
Yeah, but he bought Twitter to remove it from the government. That's why he's been exposing FBI and shit through it, and the CIA and stuff.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade. I don't know, and I don't have much thoughts on it. It's just weird, like you said. I don't know.
Have you ever watched that documentary?
No.
I remember I told you to. It's really good. I think you should. I think every parent should. All it talks about is like the education system of how they're teaching genders nowadays in school. And it's like the host Matt Walsh is just going to these professors and like doctors and stuff with a straight face, not trolling them or anything, just a straight face, sitting down having a conversation and letting them explain themselves into a corner and sound stupid. Like he's not trolling them, he's not like giving pushback or anything, just like a dead face interview. And it just makes, and like obviously the way that the documentary's caught up is in his favor, obviously, but it's a really, really, really good watch. All right. What about Anthony Bass, the Toronto Blue Jays pitcher? Did you see that?
No.
So he comes out, again, this is about Pride Month. So he comes out the day before Pride Month, and he posts a whole thing on his, I think it was on Twitter, where he posts a video explaining from the Bible. He has the Bible beside him, taking out, huh? Oh, sorry, he reshared it. Yeah, he reshared a guy while reading the Bible, taking out scripture saying why he doesn't believe in pride. Not why pride's wrong, not why we shouldn't have pride.
Like in this type of pride?
In the biblical sense. Yeah, no, like the gay pride, yes.
Okay, yeah.
So in the biblical sense, he reshares the post. Obviously, he gets crazy backlash. And then within 24 hours, he comes out with an apology video saying like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't do this. I'm going to be using all of the Toronto Blue Jays facilities and amenities to try to relearn and re-educate myself on the matter. I clearly was misinformed, and I'm sorry about my post. And I'm just like, now he's getting canceled from both sides after making that statement. So the one side is never going to forgive you for saying that, right? Like the LGBT side, they're never going to forgive you for saying that pride isn't right. And then the other side now is like, you're saying you're going to relearn about being a Christian because other people are telling you you're wrong. Like, that's so weird.
Yeah. At least I don't know. At least he's not just looking at things through one lens. I guess maybe he feels like no one's perfect, which is a huge Christian ideology, right? None of us is perfect, 100%. But I feel like that should go for everybody, right? I just feel like that's something that just everyone should abide to. Like yeah, none of us is perfect, but a lot of stuff that's in the Bible is good. But again, people can use the Bible to get a point across in a lot of different ways, right? Like someone could throw the Bible at me and my life the way I live my life in a lot of ways, right? Which obviously I'd rather they not do that to me, right? But Yeah, I don't know. It seems like he got himself into some hot water. It's not really a good time to do it either, but I guess I see also too why he's doing it.
He's just resharing though.
Yeah, but he's resharing it because it's Pride Month, and he feels so strongly about it. Man, imagine what they're going through. When you're a part of these sports teams and stuff, man, they, for sure, like if you think it's just subtly getting thrown out, they probably get through a whole PR day about this shit and stuff like that. Like, you know, getting ready for the whole next month coming. So like, and stuff.
I think it was about 2 days after he made these like posts. He's always a reliever pitcher. He doesn't start every game. He just comes in every time like he's needed. This guy got booed by the whole stadium. 40,000 people. 40,000 people booing him. And it's like that's booing from both sides.
That's crazy to me. Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. I was about to say it's crazy if it's the same people booing him that refuse to go buy the Bud Light.
Yeah,
like you know,
but it's also like if you feel so strong on your convictions of a Christian to put that post out in the first place saying like this is actually how I feel and I agree with this post, you have to also stand on those same convictions of being a Christian to not turn around and say I'm gonna go get re-educated. Like, you know what I mean? I was wrong. My Bible is wrong. You guys are more knowledgeable than the biblical text that I read every day.
The whole scenario there with the crowd is crazy because it's like you had a lot of people who were booing him for separate reasons, and I wonder if they were looking at each other like getting into arguments like, hey, I booed him for a different reason than you, man.
Fights
like,
in the crowd. Like, you booed him for the wrong reason. I stand with Chris Bass on
that like they should have interviewed the whole stadium after like, why were you booing him exactly?
To each one on the way out.
It would have been an interesting
if
study.
You got like Steven Crowder with change my mind just right outside. So are you a fan of Anthony Bass? You're like, no, because of this, and then no, because of this. Like, that'll be jokes.
I used to like him, but you know.
But then he made an apology. I used to like him, but then he posted a Twitter video. No, that shit would be jokes.
Yeah, this guy is losing on both ends. That sucks. Burn the candle on both ends for the wrong reasons.
Bro. In Toronto, I was also thinking like how much of his apology was forced legally because I believe he's an American. But in Canada, we have like the thing that Jordan Peterson was fighting for, the Bill C-16, I think it was, where you have forced speech, so you can literally be criminally charged for saying things against gays. Essentially, any hateful speech, you can go to jail over. But so it's like. Yeah, we're not reading it. But like essentially what it is like all speech is protected for the protected class, and if you refuse to abide by the rules of that protected class, then you will be liable to crimes or criminal offenses. So it's like I wonder if that was what they were bringing down on him, and it's like that would be crazy if he was going to go to jail over it. Like
or even just get like fined a lot of money or some shit like that.
I don't think it would be a matter of fine. I think he would just lose his contract. Like we can cut him or whatever.
Yeah, some shit like that because he's breaking the law or whatever.
But I don't know, man. It's so funny how people fall on the morals so fast.
Yeah, but even like, see, I'm the type of person, bro, where I'm not too hard headed, and sometimes I wonder because you know. Super random, but like with the Taurus, people always told me like, "Oh, you're supposed to be hard headed," and I always used to think like, "But I'm not." Like, Taurus. But I'm just saying in general, people always say like, "Oh,
horoscopes."
I never did. That's what I'm saying. People always say, "Oh, Tauruses are hard headed. Tauruses are hard headed." I was always like, "That's just not true. I'm not hard headed at all," and I would always kind of take pride in that, right? But I'm just saying like
what kind of pride? Like June 1st pride?
I'm just saying when it comes to him like not being too dead set on his ways, I don't know. Sometimes when you say something, bro, you have a whole bunch of people telling you like that's fucked up, da 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 da. I guess like. It's okay sometimes to take a step back and be like, I guess I got to think about this for a minute.
Not when it's to your core beliefs.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what
beliefs that make you who you are.
But even with that being said, did he say it because it was his core beliefs, or was it just some fly by the seat of his pants shit that he just saw?
If you claim
you're, like, you know?
I'm assuming he claims he's a Christian. If you're a Christian, then like
I always say this to a lot of people too, like that claim they're Christians. I'm like, bro, you know, Christianity is one religion where people are almost like coerced into like being super casual with it. Like there's a lot of casual Christians, but you don't really see that with too many religions, right?
No, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I've been talking to my friends about this, like some of my religious friends, and it's like the people that are like relaxed, like the churches that allow like gay pride stuff in church, they're not actually Christian.
That's not what I was referring to.
No, but I'm saying like
that's not what I was
like you're saying they're too relaxed with like the way that like
no, I'm just saying like a lot of in practice and with what they know of the Bible and everything, where it's like I'm not saying that he's not a Christian. I'm just saying it's not like he's a well-studied Christian who went to Bible school. I'm just saying when it comes to being a Christian, he's very much in an infantile stage where it's like where he's still having a lot of discussions about it, where he doesn't have his core belief on it. He knows he's a Christian because that's what he was taught.
I would also say, like, even based, like, judging what I just said, it's hard to judge a person on their beliefs if you're not God himself, type shit. You know what I mean? It's
of course, yeah.
Like, anyone can, like, you can only see so much, right?
Yeah.
But,
I agree with
like,
that.
to call someone not a Christian is like, even like I just did it. Like, I still, like, I think that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm not the person who should be able to say you are or you're not. Like,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying, because like in a Muslim religion, like, you know who's a Muslim. You know,
They're
you
more.
know who's like a
they're
Catholic.
much more strict about it. Like they need you to like come check in, and
Yeah, like, if you're not-
even with Jewish people, they're almost like that too. But you see way more like Jewish people is a lot like Christianity, but even then it's less.
No,
like,
I think Judaism is pretty strict.
Yeah, people are pretty strict, but you see a lot of people who aren't like they don't even go to their temple and stuff like that, right? It's like a lot like Christianity in that
Or
way, but
like celebrate Sabbath, right? What's it called here?
the Sabbath,
Shabbat,
yeah, all
yeah.
that type of shit, yeah, right. But they all have a bar mitzvah and stuff like that, right? Where it's like not all people who claim that they're Christian even get like fucking baptized, like the simplest of things, like
No, for sure. So the last story I want to talk about before we go into sports is Target. So we talked about it last week, how Target was going down the hole because of all this LGBT stuff. But now they're down over $15 billion. I think it's closer to $17 billion
That's a lot of money.
in their stocks, because a story people have been like studying on like why they're doing all these things. Like, why would you make a trans line for kids?
What
all
I
this
was
stuff.
saying.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And apparently there was a trans clothes designer named Eric Carnell, and that guy, and he said, I am not a Satanist, I'm a Satan lover. And he's the person that did the whole Target trans line.
Really?
So it's like he has his own clothing brand that he does all this weird stuff on it. Like, you'll see like the trans takeover will happen one day. Some crazy quotes and stuff. So he runs all these clothing lines, and I guess Target thought it was cool, and then they were selling like some of his like PG, his more PG, even though it's still very un-PG, like clothing in their store. So then now when that story came out that they were hiring essentially a Satanist designer, their stock just tanked even more. Just like a perpetual hill to keep going down.
Yeah. That's pretty bad, man.
Bro,
That's pretty bad. And
I'm not a Satanist, I'm a Satan
that's
lover.
pretty-
Like,
like I
what?
said, there's a lot of casual Christians out there. As much as they don't wave it around like, oh, I'm a Christian and stuff, it's like when it comes to stuff like that, yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of money because like that's what everyone identifies as. It's like you said, their core belief is that like, yeah, I'm a Christian, I love God, like
Yeah, people liked. Yeah, no, I get what you're trying to say. Like, especially America. America is founded on religion.
Yeah,
So it's like a lot of people have like that belief system instilled in them, even if they follow.
Why are we
it or
looking at
not.
pictures of this guy? Come on, man.
fucking weirdo.
I don't want to see this shit. The fuck? Can we keep
I was
it
also
moving?
talking to. I was talking to my bro.
I feel bad for his cat.
I was talking to my bro. It's like I was talking
keep
to my
it moving,
bro, and I
man.
was like, if you're a stockholder in Target, would you not be allowed to just sue Target for like
You could.
blatantly tanking the stock? Because
Yeah,
like,
right.
there's no like obviously the only reason.
But I'm sure there's like what is the FCC or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm sure that FCC, huh? SEC. I'm sure they have
SEC's a
shout out.
division
Yeah,
of
shout out to the conference, man. Bama and them boys, but I'm sure there's like laws and stuff that are in place to protect the CEOs and shit like that.
But it's like I'm just saying it would be like negligence in the sense that like that's going to tank the stock's price if the information ever got out, right?
Yeah, this one, man, there's going to be a conspiracy that comes out on this later on. It's going to be crazy. The people are going to break down exactly what this is all
100%.
about. I don't know what it is yet. I'm waiting until the higher ups at the tinfoil hat headquarters
Are you
tell me
talking about
what's
for
going
Target
on.
or for like the Pride takeover stuff?
More specifically for Target. But I mean, it'll all come out. Bro, I think most things that we experience on like a social political scale, like that we experience, are not actually things happening in reality, and are things happening just like with forces that are greater than like what we understand. Like,
The
you know what I'm
elites.
saying?
The elite.
Yeah, like the elites. Yeah, like the elites are just playing games with us, and we don't really know what's going on. That shit is weird as fuck. With a lot of the shit like even bro, like when we talk about like black and white issues like BLM and shit like that, I'm like, yeah, like
So
that
how
shit
do you
doesn't
get caught
even
up in
make
it?
sense. Yeah, like
How do you get caught up in it so much then if you know that?
because
It's like,
because it affects people because it
but it
affects.
doesn't affect you.
it doesn't affect me specifically where I'm talking about it every day, but I'm talking about when we're talking about social things, I know that socially, from that social political stance, that a lot of people are affected to do things that affect, like, you know.
Yeah, so I've had this conversation with you many a times. It's like you can be so open-minded in the sense of like this trans agenda or like the military-industrial complex or any of these like conspiratorial sides of things. But the second it comes to the black-white issue, there's no talk. Like you get completely ignorant on everything else, but
ignorant because we're talking about black issues now. No, bro,
I the terminology of the
no, bro.
dumps.
I'm open-minded. I secede points to you all the time. I say all the time that the leaders of the BLM movement are like the loudest, most ignorant people.
But we
and
were just
stuff.
talking
I
about
talk
like,
about performative blacks and stuff like
no,
that.
but I'm saying,
listen,
like, why are you separating them? Why are you
getting worked up and cutting me off?
But I'm saying, why do you have to separate them in the first place? The fact that you're separating them is the issue.
What?
The blacks, like the blacks from the white.
Yo,
like the fact that you can
bro,
walk.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to black people, fam, you sound like Uncle Ruckus.
See, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like
why you talk about them blacks separately as if there's different types of blacks? All blacks is blacks. They're niggers. God damn it. That's how you sound right now. What do you mean?
Bro,
why am I separating them?
Oh, you're talking about like Spider-Verse, into the Spider-Verse. And you say, oh, but the representation of blacks is so cool. It's like, why the fuck does that matter? Like, why are you isolating them from everything else?
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You're so like.
I do have black pride, yes. I do.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You are fully brainwashed in that same
How is
pool
that brainwashed?
that you call everybody else brainwashed about everything else.
No, man. Whatever you say, man.
All right, well, let's get him to the
Nigga just wanted to pull out his Ku Klux Klan outfit right there quick. Why are you separating them blacks? All them blacks go in the same line right down now. That was crazy,
so
bro. Why did you get so worked up just now?
This is going to be game 3 tonight because we're recording this on Tuesday. Oh, it's tomorrow? I thought it's Tuesday night. Oh shit!
I bet you wish that the Nuggets were all white.
Bro, you said it was gonna be sweet. The Nuggets are almost all white. Jamal Murray's definitely white. If you're white, Jamal Murray's white.
All right, there you go. All right, so that I know now I know who you want to win.
So you said that it's going to be a boring series.
It's funny because
bro,
there's like a certain line there past the starting. Oh no,
they're all black. Every single person, but Jokic and Bron.
I thought it was a starting lineup there where it was like a lot of light skins, and then it slowly faded to dark skins towards the end of the bench. But no.
But yeah, so you said it was going to be a boring series. It's going to be a clean sweep for the Nuggets.
I said I would be more interested if it isn't, and now it's looking like it isn't, which is good.
He came in with a dominant game 2 win on the road. Now it's coming back to Miami. Tell me what you think about that.
I can't speak on it too much, man. I haven't been keeping up. I might start keeping up, but it's good that they won. Shout out to the Heat. I heard Bam was making niggas look crazy out there.
What do you mean?
I heard Bam did something stupid to Michael Porter, made him look like a little boy.
Well, Bam's a big ass nigga, but yeah, I think
he's not much bigger than Michael Porter.
Yeah, he is.
Height wise, they're the same height.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're both like 6'11".
Michael Porter's like 6'7", 6'8".
What are you talking about? Go look right now. How tall is Michael Porter?
You don't watch basketball, so it's like it's fine.
Right.
Why are you even talking about
I don't watch basketball. How tall is Michael
But
Porter?
you just said you weren't watching.
What does that have to do with me knowing how tall he is?
Oh my gosh.
What does that have to do with me knowing how tall he is? 6'10".
No, he's not 6'10".
And Bam is probably 6'9".
Yeah, Bam is 6'9".
That's crazy, bro. Sometimes you try to talk to me crazy. Just remember who your big bro is, huh? All right.
Bro,
I've been watching these kids since they were in high school.
This guy said these kids.
I'm way older than all of them.
Nice.
I'm way older than Michael
you're also
Porter.
way shorter than them.
It's okay. Yeah, duh. That's why I'm not in the NBA. What do you want me to do?
It sucks to be 5'9".
So you're an idiot. Sucks to be a.
What's wrong with this guy, bro?
You've been getting worked up about crazy things today, man. You're they know what I'm talking about. All
right, let's just wrap it up.
This guy's worked up about the craziest things today.
This guy's just in one. All right, that's been another episode of NorthernRuckus.
Pause. What? Who says that? I'm in one. What?
You're in a mood, fam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never heard that term before. I never heard that. That's crazy.
All right, that's been another episode of NorthernRuckus.
Oh yeah, it's your boy Big Jimbo, man. Peace.
Peace. Bro, you can't be